Are you tired of those self-defeating thoughts? I've had thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of self-defeating thoughts throughout my life. But don't we want more control as an athlete? When we step on the field, when we step on the court, when we step on the mat, don't we want more control? That's the ultimate thing that leads to confidence, to have control over our mind, over our body, over our heart. So how do we get rid of those self-defeating thoughts? There's an interesting lesson to be learned from artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, you see, when they're set to do a task, when artificial intelligence goes out to do something, they either get feedback or they accomplish the task. There's no such thing as failure. They either accomplish it or they get feedback. You see, as humans, we get this thing called emotion that gets in our way. And those self-defeating thoughts, give us emotions of doubt and insecurity and fear and anxiety and, everything that is related to those self-defeating thoughts. But if we want more control, then we need to take responsibility. You see, what often happens is, as athletes, we focus on external things. We focus on what other people are doing. We focus on the coach, the manager, fans. We focus on stats. We focus on, there's a whole long list I could write down of external things that we focus on. But there's another level of confidence that comes with changing your perspective, changing your mindset to say, I'm taking responsibility. It's a self-responsibility mindset. That I'm taking responsibility for whatever happens, whether you succeed or whether you fail. Those self-defeating thoughts only come when you're worried about the failure. Those self-defeating thoughts, well, technically they can also come when you succeed because people don't know how to deal with failure. But the lesson to be learned from artificial intelligence is that if we can make this shift, if we can make this mindset shift, to say, okay, I'm taking full responsibility because we have control. We have the ability to control our internal thoughts, our internal emotions, but we're so focused on what's going on outside of us that all of these self-defeating thoughts start to creep in and all of these negative emotions start to creep in and all of that takes away from our control, all of that takes away from our confidence. So if we want more control, if we want to gain back that confidence, if we want to step on the field with the self-responsibility that no matter what happens, I'm in complete control of how I respond to it. I'm in complete control of how I respond with my emotions, how I respond with my thoughts, not focusing on those external things, but taking control of the internal world. Because there's an interesting saying, and it's probably been said multiple ways. It's not the external world that's a problem, it's the internal world. Everyone's looking around and they want to point fingers and they want to place blame and they want to say, my league is messed up, my coach is messed up, my teammates are messed up. But it isn't until we take the self-responsibility to say, I'm in control. I can change how I perceive the situation. I can change how I look at the situation. I can change how I feel about the situation. That's when we get rid of those self-defeating thoughts. That's when those problems start to dissolve themselves. I'm not saying that you're never going to have problems again, because problems are going to come up, but it gives you a better perspective. It allows you to bounce back quicker, allows you to have ultimately the control, the confidence that you want, and it's about changing your perspective to the way you deal with failure. There's the story of Colonel Sanders. Maybe you guys have heard it. Is that, he was in his 60s, he was retired. Colonel Sanders, the guy that created KFC, he was retired and he created his chicken recipe, so on and so forth. And he went to all of these restaurants, banks, so on and so forth, and he got rejected 1,009 times. 1,009 times before somebody said yes and gave him a chance, and gave him an opportunity to let KFC become what it ultimately became. 1,009 times. Imagine you're an athlete. Imagine going 0 wins and 1,009 losses. That's devastating. But he was able to deal with failure. I know the longest losing streak I ever had was like 17 games, and that was like demoralizing. That was like a shot to the heart every single game. 1009. You know, and of course the mainstream one, the most popular one, is probably the Michael Jordan post that you see on Instagram or probably on YouTube. It's great. It's an incredible post. It's incredible, you know, little talk by Michael Jordan. You know, he says, whatever it is, I played 9,000 games. I've lost 300 of them. I've been trusted with the game-winning shot 26 times, and I've missed. And that's the reason I succeed. Well, you know, most people take that and it makes them feel good for a second, but they don't take a second to say, okay, how does that apply to me? How can I actually get into that same mindset? So that's what this video is all about. Changing your perspective, gaining back control, getting rid of those self-defeating thoughts. So I hope you like it. If you do, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below what you want to know about the mental side of sports. So anyways, I got to get back to my workout. I'll see you guys on the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just want to let you know we're always uploading some new free resources on our website. So check them out in the description below. Find out which one is the best for you, and I hope to see you soon.